I'm testing island survival myths that might get you killed. But first, I gotta get to that island. So for our first survival myth, I have this survival raft that apparently explodes into a boat when I pull this rope. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God! That was so, holy shit! It worked so well! All right, now I just have to get in here and sail off to that island. But I had no idea just how brutal this would actually get. Stranded on this island, and what it would take just to make it out alive. For our next survival myth, we have a boat getting beached on the sand. The myth goes that beach boats are pretty easy to get back into the water if you try hard enough. And I'll be testing what it actually takes, because in this instance, this is actually beached on the sand right now. This is the boat that took all my friends here. It's completely stuck. Look at that. It's literally sitting on the sand. It's a horrible situation, but my thought is you could just push it off.
That makes sense.
Don't worry, I'll take care of this. Oh, there we go, big wave. So I'm trying to time the waves up with the push.
Go, 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 go. Oh, I feel like it moved a little bit. Yo, CJ, come out with the boat. There you go, there you go. You're moving it a little bit.
Oh, big wave, here we go.
Push, 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 push.
Ah, watch out, boys. Oh, that fucked us up.
It is so stuck on the beach right now.
I think what the trick is gonna be is waiting for tide to go up.
We have to wait like 4 hours for high tide if it's gonna get out, so. What are you thinking, Ty?
Something we can do. What I'm learning here is movies and pop culture make things look a lot easier than they are in real life. Because this took hours before the ocean even began to rise.
Oh, it's moving, it's moving, it's moving!
Yes! Go, 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 we'll push. Let go, Tyler, let go. We'll see you tomorrow. Myth confirmed, you can push your boat out. You're just gonna need to wait for tide to come up. Yeah, he's probably not gonna come save us, huh? But we're gonna have to hope he would. Because now we are actually stranded on this island, which makes everything we're testing in this video even more realistic. From finding our basic survival needs to our strategic escape to find help. So for the first thing you're going on an island, you're gonna need to find water. In every movie ever, there's coconuts on every island, including this one actually in real life. There's a coconut tree. There should be some coconuts with some water around here. Let's go look and see how many we can get, see if we can break them open, and hopefully get some water ASAP. I think we should collect as many coconuts as we can and make our way over to a big rock.
Okay. Cue the coconut finding montage.
There's a very tiny coconut up in the tree, but it looks like it'd be full of water since it's so green. So I'm gonna try and get it down. Oh, barely missed.
I found a coconut.
Oh, perfect, pass it.
We got some coconuts, no thanks to me. Let's go and try and open them the way they do in the movies. In the movie Castaway, he was able to use a rocky section of the beach to crack open the coconut. So this is pretty realistic, I'll be honest. In the movie, it takes them like a million coconuts to figure this out. We only have 6. So let's try and get this pretty quick. Sharp rock. Dude, coconuts are really strong. We could try the throat of the wall strat.
Okay.
Ow! Oh, you okay? Okay, are you okay?
It feels like shit.
I'm so sorry. I think I just wounded my friend.
I'm so thirsty.
The tricky thing with coconuts is if they break in half, you lose all the water. So I'm trying to open it in a way where we can preserve some of the water. I think if I can husk it, I can get to the actual nut part. Oh my God, okay. This is the actual part of the coconut that holds the liquid. I think what you're gonna wanna do next is actually break it in from right here.
Dude, you're getting your really cool shirt dirty.
Oh no!
Oh, dude, I like that shirt.
Does this remind you of anything?
Yeah. I'm so thirsty.
I'll give you some coconut water right now. Oh, look at this. We have water. It's not a lot, but it's something. Tyler, I'll let you do the honors.
A toast to being island boys.
I'm just island boy. I'm just island boy.
No, not that. You just dumped everything onto the ground.
No, I got a little bit in my mouth. It was good.
There's
Today
4
I
of us and
watched
you
a
dumped half the
really
water on the
interesting
ground.
survival
There's basically
video
nothing
where
in here.
Tyler
more
Blanchard
coconut.
and his friends test popular island survival myths from movies and pop culture to see if they actually work in real life or if they could literally get you killed. The video starts with their boat getting completely stuck on the beach. In movies, people usually just push the boat back into the water like it's nothing, but in reality, it turns out to be almost impossible. They try everything and barely move it at all. In the end, they have to wait hours for the tide to rise before the boat finally floats again. Right away, the video shows how difficult real survival situations actually are. After that, they go looking for water using coconuts. Movies make it seem super easy to crack open a coconut on a rock, but these guys quickly realize how exhausting it really is. It takes a huge amount of effort just to open one coconut, and even after finally getting it open, they accidentally spill a lot of the water. It's one of those moments that makes you realize how unrealistic survival movies can be. The food hunting section was honestly one of my favorite parts. One of the guys tries using a regular fishing rod and catches absolutely nothing. while another uses a spear and somehow manages to catch a giant crab. Tyler also finds fresh sardines and snails washed up on shore, which turns into a lucky survival jackpot for the group. It was cool seeing how unconventional survival methods sometimes work better than the normal ones. Later in the video, they recreate the famous castaways at night. They experiment with homemade torches using clothes from the luggage. One polyester dress instantly melts in the fire, but a pair of shorts surprisingly works really well as a torch. They use it to explore a dark cave, and honestly, that whole section felt straight out of an adventure movie. The emergency signaling tests were also really interesting. They compare hand flares and parachute flares to smoke signals, and the results are pretty surprising. The flares are insanely bright and visible from far away, while the smoke signal barely works at all. It creates smoke, but not enough to really help rescuers spot them from a distance. One of the most unexpected experiments was Tyler testing wet sand as sunscreen on one leg. After sitting in the sun for a long time, the leg covered in sand barely burns while the uncovered leg gets badly sunburned. Somehow, that survival myth actually turns out to be true. They also test using a conch shell as a signaling horn. At first it seems impossible to use, but once they figure it out, it creates a loud sound that carries much farther than yelling. It's another example of an old survival trick actually working in real life. The ending of the video is probably the craziest part. The team builds a makeshift raft out of sticks and rope, and Tyler attempts to escape the island alone by paddling toward a distant boat. Just like in Castaway, the waves and reef completely destroy the raft halfway through the journey. But even after the raft breaks apart, Tyler keeps swimming and paddling the remaining pieces until he finally reaches the boat and signals for help. Overall, this video was way more than just entertainment. It was funny, intense, educational, and honestly pretty eye-opening. It does a great job showing how survival in real life is much harder than movies make it seem, while still keeping the whole adventure really interesting survival video where Tyler Blanchard and his friends test popular island survival myths from movies and pop culture to see if they actually work in real life or if they could literally get you killed. The video starts with their boat getting completely stuck on the beach. In movies, people usually just push the boat back into the water like it's nothing, but in reality it turns out to be almost impossible. They try everything and barely move it at all. In the end, they have to wait hours for the tide to rise before the boat finally floats again. Right away, the video shows how difficult real survival situations actually are. After that, they go looking for water using coconuts. Movies make it seem super easy to crack open a coconut on a rock, but these guys quickly realize how exhausting it really is. It takes a huge amount of effort just to open one coconut, and even after finally getting it open, they accidentally spill a lot of the water. It's one of those moments that makes you realize how unrealistic survival movies can be. The food hunting section was honestly one of my favorite parts. One of the guys tries using a regular fishing rod and catches absolutely nothing, while another uses a spear and somehow manages to catch a giant crab. Tyler also finds fresh sardines and snails washed up on shore, which turns into a lucky survival jackpot for the group. It was cool seeing how unconventional survival methods sometimes work better than the normal ones. Later in the video, they recreate the famous castaway-style lost luggage idea by opening random unclaimed suitcases to see if there's anything useful inside. Most of the stuff is completely random and useless, but eventually they find a stainless steel bottle and, surprisingly, a maxi pad that becomes one of the best fire starters in the entire video. That part was both hilarious and genuinely shocking. Then comes the fire-making challenge. They test rubbing sticks together, and